Welcome to Sex and the One, the podcast with B and KV.
Getting down and dirty about all things love, life, sex, dating,
and relationships. We are on.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
My little couch buddy.
Look at this. We've got a, new podcast little setup scenario we've got going on.
I'm being kissed by the lips.
You never know where we're going to be.
Such a sensory experience.
Yeah.
Feels so beautiful. Thank you to
Do you imagine people doing things on this?
Ooh. I wonder where this couch has been, Kira. The owner of Miss Westie Studios in Melbourne's West. We are so lucky. We are truly surrounded by the most amazing women.
We are.
That they have our backs in every aspect.
Yes.
So Kira, she took our photos for our very first photo shoot. They're the photos that feature on our website, on our pod. And we've also got Boutique Digital and Megan and the girls behind us now, supporting us with our social media and our PR and marketing. And we're just like, we have the best people.
Yeah.
And I think, our energy attracts our tribe.
Yes.
They just want to see
your
us
vibe
win.
attracts your tribe. Yeah, I love it.
And we've got a beautiful, beautiful community that we are forming. And I'm blown away by, I think, we know that we talk. We talk about like, oh, yeah, we're releasing an episode this week and every other week. And I'm like, but now we have a tribe of listeners.
Yes.
Loyal listeners.
Yeah.
That are emailing us, DMing us, and
you come on, tell everyone the most exciting thing that happened this week, because I can't wait for you to talk about it any longer. Let's go.
I'm really excited to say.
B got her first
dick pic. Well,
unsolicited dick pic.
I received my first dick pic, but you have shown me one of the dick pics before through an app.
That is true, but that was theoretically that was for me.
That was for you, right? So when I literally got that excited, I'm like, have you seen this email today? And she was like, what are you talking about?
No, you wrote Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. Have you read our emails? And then we have this like a group with our content creators and our marketing lady and everyone. And I'm like, I got my first dick pic today.
Yeah.
And
congratulations. It's so exciting. And it wasn't even from a man.
No, it was from Sue.
Yeah.
Sue. We love Sue's story and I want to share her story. So we'd obviously done an episode on, having been sent unsolicited dick pics and what people thought about that. Mm-hmm. So if you haven't listened, go and listen to that episode. But at the end of that, we said, hey, if you've got a story, share it with us. We'd love to hear it.
And we're going to feature that on one of our viewers' confessions, aren't we?
Yes, because we have so many of those. Listen to those. They are really funny.
Yeah.
They come out at least once a week and some very interesting.
Lots of interesting stuff. So thank you very much. Anyone else who wants to email in some stuff, we love it.
Your stories
genuinely
are valuable.
love it.
So valuable.
And it makes our day. So
and we have some news at the end of the pod that we're going to share with you on how we can stay connected on another level. So anyway, let's share Sue's story, okay? I really wanted to share. So we got this email Thursday morning and it was a really long, beautifully detailed email. Mm-hmm. So Sue works in a workplace, men and women both work there, and there's this guy that had been flirting with her a little bit, and he just, the vibrato of, I've got a massive package, and and everyone in the office knew because this is how he portrayed himself
10
to
inches,
carry.
I do believe,
right?
was the length, 10 inches.
So he says. So then one day she receives a dick pic from this gentleman, such a gentleman.
Next to a ruler.
Next to a ruler. And he'd be lying. It was definitely not 10 inches. That's for sure. Do you know how long 10 inches is?
I do. Yes, I do. I've seen 10 inches before.
That's
it
like
is
20
terrifying.
plus centimetres.
I will tell you it's terrifying, and it hits the end, so I've heard.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
It's not good.
Okay.
It is not good. I'm done with the men thinking bigger penis is good. It's not good.
So Sue receives this picture, and it was half of that.
5.5. It was 5.5.
Yeah.
Yep.
And she's like, I never asked for this. So you know what? I'm going to share it with my fellow female colleagues. Let's see, he speaks so highly of what he carries. Mm-hmm. Let's now share with the other women.
And word to the men. Yes, we do share. Yes, we do show people.
And she could.
I made a collage in COVID of all the unsolicited pics I received, and because they were unsolicited and I didn't want to see them, so that's why. Like the solicited ones, completely different scenario. Getting all horned on. They're private. We stay private.
Correct.
But if you're going to send that to me and I didn't want it, then fucking everyone's going to see it.
That gave her the green light.
Yeah.
So she sent it.
We are down with you, Sue.
And 2 weeks later, he be gone.
Yeah, he no work, no there. Because she'd also told us he'd also send it to someone else in the office, and then 15 minutes later saying, "Oh, I'm really sorry that I shouldn't have done that," or whatever. Like to both women, like as if we don't talk. Men, we talk to each other all the time. You can't get away with that shit.
No. Speaking about talking to each other, I have been watching some real interesting TV shows lately.
Oh,
I know. The Hunting Wives. Have you been watching that?
No, I have not seen The Hunting Wives.
Why don't you do this? Why do you...
Can I tell you why?
Yeah,
I don't watch
why?
it. I did look at it and I went, oh, that's going to be sad and it's going to be about murder and things, and I don't want to have that in my... I'm not
even talking about the murder.
Well,
I'm talking about everything else.
Well, I don't know what happens on it because I didn't watch, but I'm just telling you why I didn't watch it.
Okay.
I like things that are uplifting. It didn't sound uplifting.
Well,
so I was out.
That's interesting because I like watching and maybe listening, like audiobooks or reading, thrillers. I didn't know that this is where it was going.
Yeah.
All I'd seen were like the TikToks on, men that were like, if you've watched A Hunting Wives with your wife, and then their facial expressions all like, like real shocked at what is actually on there.
Yeah.
So for those playing along and for those not playing along, I'll give a little synopsis, right? Because you know nothing about this.
I know nothing.
Okay. So Texas, we're in Texas. There's a family, the Banks family. They are like, he's running for governor or whatever.
Right.
So he's a gun enthusiast, and obviously in that state, everything's legal and everyone has a gun, and so you've got to watch along. But they're a conservative political family.
Right.
And the state's conservative, so real right-wing. Yeah. So it's all about politics. That's what you think it's about.
That's what's another reason KV wouldn't have watched it.
So Margot and Jed are the main characters. And I don't know that actress's name. Anyway, and then there's Sophie and Graham, who come from like Boston. Like they've moved to Texas because he's starting to work, like Sophie's husband, Graham's starting to work with Jed Banks, the main character. So they go to like a 4th of July party, and the two husband and wives meet each other. So it's like his boss he's introducing his boss to his wife and so forth. And they exchange, hello. And there's Margot and Sophie, and they have this moment as women where like, she's oozing the sexuality. Mm-hmm. So in a previous episode, we have spoken about sexual oozing and how that it's very sensual, and how it's a state. It's not something that you can always, be. Like you have to, you've got to ooze that, right?
Yeah. Yep.
That's Margot Banks. So any room she walks into, she's
good to go, or other people are interested in her?
Both.
Right. Okay.
So this woman is happily married, but she finds herself having these intrusive thoughts of Margot and what that might look like. So they catch themselves together in a bathroom and they have a little exchange of words, and there's a little spark there, and she's fascinated with her life. And I think she's very, big, rich Texas, like, living it up. They've got a lake house that she goes to and lives out of, away from her husband. Mm-hmm. So as the story evolves, you believe that they're living this conservative life and they're married and happily. Mm-hmm. That's not the case at all. Under all of that is this, I don't want to call it a dark side, because I don't think it's a dark side. I think, we've talked about fantasies, and they play out every fucking fantasy.
So the secret life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Would you think most people have a secret life?
I think they want to live a secret life. I don't know if...
Like, not necessarily like in relation to relationships and all that sort of stuff, but a lot of people would walk around with secrets that they wouldn't want people to know. Or what if this person found out, better not do this, and like your behaviour is sort of almost, I use the word quipped, but like, you know, like you think of things, oh, I better not do this because that person knows this about me and they might tell everyone, you know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot of that goes around.
It probably is.
Yeah.
There probably is a lot. And look, it's the first time I've heard about this, but there's lots of, I understood it, and I actually think that there's a couple I might know that have this sort of lifestyle, but that term lavender marriage, remember I sent you a message and I'm like, do you know what this means? And you're like, yes. I'm like, well, why didn't I? I had to Google it.
I'm like, I was a Catholic born in 1972. Of course I've heard of it.
I know. And you're like, yes, I know.
Yes.
And I was just, so as the show goes on.
For the people that don't know, you probably should say.
We'll talk about it.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah, we'll go there in a sec. But so then what I find out later as you keep watching, because now you're hooked and you're like, there's these sex scenes and it's just, she's organising, you know, escorts to come to the home to have a jacuzzi with her husband while she's at the lake house fucking the 17-year-old best friend's son because she can.
Right.
You know,
okay.
like she can do that. And then Sophie goes to find her and to have some discussion and sees her
with the 17-year-old,
which it was a big secret. She's the only person to know.
Yes.
And he's going down on her and she's thoroughly enjoying it. And these are things, this is a prim and proper woman coming from Boston that never thought her brain could go there.
Yep.
So Margot's that character that really draws out, you know, those fantasies and those sensual experiences in her.
Yeah.
And she's not the best influence on her. You have to watch that to see what actually happens. But have you ever had those friends, or maybe you are that friend that brings that out in people? I was just like,
I would think I am that friend.
You're the friend.
And the reason that is, because I actually had dinner with some girlfriends the other night. We've all, we call ourselves the Soul Sisters, and you know who the Soul Sisters are. And there's 8 of us and we all had kids go to the special school. So it's actually a really special friendship because of the things we've had to deal with in relation to our children are quite significant and severe and quite a lot, you know, heavy, I guess is the word I would use, right? So I was having dinner with them the other night and one of my girlfriends actually said to me, Chris, you've changed. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. Like there's just something about you. You just seem lighter. You just seem different. And I said to her, I've got no secrets. I don't have any secrets. And she's like, what do you mean? And I go, I wrote down every single secret, everything I was ever ashamed of, anything that I was mortified me, anything that
Here's something up
Exhibit A.
This is it.
Anything, I wrote it all down and I published it and everyone I knew read it. And so everyone knows everything. And so because I have no secrets, I don't make any decisions about, I better not do that because this person might think this or this person might do that. And I tell the truth, I'm going to say 98% of the time. Like I just don't need to lie anymore.
Well, why would you?
Like I don't.
Why does anyone?
Well, this is the thing. People lie. And because I did it before that, because they're worried about what the other person's going to do. Like, for example, if something happened with our friendship, how much do I know about you?
Everything.
So there's that. Like, do you know what I mean? It's hanging there, even though it's not hanging there with us because, like, whatever. But, like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's always there and, like, you know, when people have an issue with a friend and they think, oh, shit, they know this secret. Like, that's the first thing people think of.
Of course.
And I just don't have the, oh, shit. I had it happen actually with someone who I'd met and then had a falling out with, and then they tried to recontact me and I'd said, no, I'm not interested. And they started screenshotting the conversation and I thought, oh my God. And then I went, oh, what do I care? Tell everyone.
Tell them.
Like, what do I actually care? I wasn't upset with what I'd written. Publish it, put it out there. Like, I don't care anymore. Like, I've already done that for me. So,
Well, so, you don't live in this conservative world, like where you have to hide. But then there are people that do.
I was raised in it, 100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think, I don't know, all of these shows are American based, and I'm sure that there are those people here as well. Like, remember that time that I went away for my birthday and there was this house and it was a late summer night and we're walking back from dinner and there was like a red light on and I'm like, do people in these fancy areas do this? Like, you have this perception of what, people might be because they earn a certain amount of money or they drive a certain car or they've got this perception. And then under all of that, they're just normal people that want to have these, out there experiences that you can have. Like, you don't have to hide that.
We're sold a story, aren't we? And we don't even realise it is a story when we're little kids. We're sold a story about what happiness is. We're sold a story about what success is. We're sold a story about, the people that are, genuinely, and usually the weirdos and the people that are left of centre and the people that are living their own authentic lives, they're the ones that people hang shit on and look down upon. But those are the people that they want to be, but they're too scared to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, her secrets do catch up to her. That's the point of
I'm assuming
the point of the goddamn drama.
Yes.
But what I really was, some of the themes I was drawing out of was like girl love.
Yeah.
And how different it is. So she has a lifelong bestie. This bestie is married to the sheriff of the town.
Right.
And the sheriff of the town doesn't know that his wife and Margot have this undying love for one another and basically have sex every day. And then in a scene prior to this particular scene, that wife, the sheriff's wife, is fucking him with a strap on.
Oh.
And this is where the lavender marriage comes in.
Right.
So I'm like, okay.
So he's also seeing somebody else.
So she walks in.
So he's seeing a guy?
Well, they imply, but you don't see it. So he's at the police station, at the sheriff's, county police station, whatever they fucking call it.
Yeah.
And there's this young man in uniform sort of standing over him as they're looking at something on the laptop, and the wife walks in and they're insinuating like it's a bit awkward, and she's like, oh, what are you doing in here? And he's like, anyway, we'll talk later, and shuts the laptop screen. And people have been talking about this scene because they're like, why do we go into full depth on a female scene, but why are we not going into the full depth of the male scene? Anyway, so it's insinuated that both of them are happily married, and they portray that to the town because it's a small town, but they each have their own relationships out of the marriage.
Same-sex relationships.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I was speaking to someone the other day, and I said, I really think that this family have the same thing. And I just wish that I would love to be like, can I just ask, is this your arrangement? Like, I've just observed that, because the husband seems so...
You can. I'm laughing because, I have interacted with a lot of these people on apps, as you would well imagine. So there's a lot of couples that the woman is bi and looking for a unicorn and such scenarios, and there's a lot of couples that do swinging for that reason, so that they can both explore same sex. Yeah, I've come across it a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, speaking about bi, I am so proud of Mitch Brown, that AFL player that officially launched his bisexuality this week.
What a complete and total fucking legend. What a complete and total fucking legend.
Fucking nines of AFL years of footy.
Yeah.
That's the first person.
Yeah.
How amazing are they?
Yeah. He's incredible. Absolutely incredible.
I watched a little short on TikTok of him being interviewed, because obviously it's a big deal. And his wife, he read out the text message his wife sent him on the morning that, obviously the PR release was going out. The most supportive message, talk about two good humans that have mutual love and respect for one another. That's his choice. His wife has supported that. They're obviously ex-wife. And they've got 2 kids. I think they've got boys. And the message went something along the lines of, I couldn't be more proud of the person that you are being. This is the exact person that our son needs to be leaning on and watching, and who they can be influenced by. And I was actually really emotional listening to it.
Yeah. Well, it's just beautiful that, and of course, no one's going to be shocked that I said this. Of course, women are supportive of that. Women have led the charge in relation to things like that for a long time, about the emotional intelligence that it requires to actually say things like that out loud, and know that the people who don't give it any thought, what they're going to say, and to do it anyway because, choosing love over fear is what I would say,
I never understood because there's a couple of women that I know that were married and are no longer married but are now in same-sex relationships, right? And I didn't get it initially. I was like, but how could you be married to a man and all of a sudden like change that, your orientation? I didn't understand that, and that was very naive of me, and I'll take full responsibility for that.
I would think everyone has wants to understand that. Yeah.
But then a friend, one of the particular friends, put a post up, and it was like, love is love. Like, I didn't go out there to fall in love with this woman, but I did. Like, it was her personality. It was everything that she was. It wasn't the gender that she fell in love with. It was the human that she fell in love with. And they're still together to this day. And I get it now.
Yeah.
Like, I get it from that one little, when it's something just clicks and you're like, oh, I understand that.
Well, it's again one of those things they teach you as a child when you're a little girl. Oh, you're going to marry a boy one day.
Are you?
You just assume you're going to marry a boy. I'm not marrying anybody.
Man.
I actually, speaking of Texas, I follow this lady who I just love. Her name's Dolly Day on TikTok, right?
Hi, Dolly.
She's 57 and she's always talks about her dating stories. I've dated this guy, I've dated that guy, and she's got a massive following,
I haven't follow her. I have to follow her.
Oh, you have to follow her. She's the best. And she's also incredibly intelligent woman. Like, she's just all over the apps, knowing what the guys really mean, and she doesn't take any shit. She's just the best. And she said something the other day about how someone had asked her out, and then she found out they've got teenage children, and she'd said, "Oh, no, thanks. I'm not interested. I've already had my children. They're raised." And her girlfriend said to her, "What are you doing? Like, this guy's really good looking. He seems really nice. Why would you say no?" And she goes, "Because I can see I can see the next 5 years. I'm then having to go to soccer practice. I have to do this." And she goes, "I've already done all of that."
Yeah.
And then her girlfriend goes, "Oh, but you wouldn't have to do that." She goes, "If I'm going to be in a relationship with a guy, of course I'm going to want to care about his children. And if they're younger children, I'm not interested. So I'm just not going to even try." Anyway, so I wrote a comment and I was one of the first comments on the thing. And it said something along the lines of, "I completely agree with you. If the guy needs to add value, if he doesn't add value for you that you need, then you don't pursue something."
Well, it's a different stage of life. Like, why would you go backwards?
Yeah, exactly. And so anyway, because it was one of the top comments, my comment got like 127 likes on my comment, and I didn't realise this until later, that there are people trolling her account as a single lady, and I got 51 messages in my inbox in TikTok being asked out. Would you please date me, in really, really, really funny ways.
Should we do an episode on just reading the ways that they've asked?
Unbelievable, like so funny. And one guy actually, I only replied to one, and that's because he wrote, "Sup, Chris."
Sup. S-U-P? How old are you?
I just thought that was so funny that I replied. And I was like, "Sup." Anyway, he ended up saying he wanted me to marry him. So I got a marriage proposal that day. Yeah, baby.
Oh.
And the other ones I didn't open.
To?
Yeah, well, gee, whoops, I forgot it was, the main part of my whole day. And the funniest thing is, my sister was having a bit of a day, and so I said to her, "Oh, well, do you want to see how my day was?" And I sent her a couple of the messages, and one of them says, "You look like you're trouble wrapped in elegance."
Oh my God, that's like the perfect description. I think you need to put that in your bio.
And I go, "To be fair, I think I am trouble wrapped in elegance." I thought that was a fair comment. But they're all like these guys pretending to be someone who they're not, like, and they pretend to be in the US military. They always pretend to be in the military, and they always have a military photo, and then they end up with all the messages are "God bless," and read my profile.
Oh my God.
You're way off, buddy.
Your favourite pop star got engaged to this weekend, this week.
Yes, T Swift. Yes. I became a Swiftie when she came to Australia.
You were trouble when you walked in.
Oh, that's true. That is me also.
Yeah.
You know what I'm so excited about with that? Like, as someone who is well documented in not being overly into marriage, as you can well imagine.
How dare you?
I was so excited for her to get engaged, and the reason I was excited was because number one, Taylor has been saying for years that she's like, I'm a whole human being. I am complete on my own. I do
love her for that.
She wasn't like missing out on anything, not having someone in her life. And the way that he asked her out was so awesome. The fact that he did it on the pod, and she said it felt like he had a boombox out the front of her house saying, I want to date you, I want to date you. And like that.
I don't know that story.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I don't know. I like it. I don't love it.
Oh.
Like you.
Yeah, it's a bit like you. We've just got different interests, haven't we? So he had so she felt like it was like a boombox moment, and then all these people had said to her, no, he's really nice, you should give him a go. And I just love that the way that they've done their relationship has created so much joy for everyone else, and she knows that, right? So she didn't give the engagement photos to a magazine and get paid for it. She put it on her Instagram like everyone else would do, and she posted up like she did the podcast, about her new album, and she gives these Easter eggs, as people know all about the Easter eggs.
No, I don't.
Oh, so she gives clues in the things that she says, and then you got to work out like when the album's coming out, how many songs it might be, just like future stuff. Some of the stuff's 3 years in advance, and the Swifties are all over, TikTok and things like that, trying to find and work out the Easter eggs.
Okay.
But the reason I like all of that is the joy that she brings to people's lives, and she knows that she's deliberately doing that to bring joy, and her goal is to bring joy. So her goal for getting engaged wasn't like, look at me, I'm getting engaged. Yes. It was like, I'm happy and I'm sharing my happiness, and I was down for that, which is a big deal for me. And that's why you
support their marriage.
It's a big deal for me. Sharing the joy, actually sharing the joy, like legit,
well, let's share our
not
joy.
like the hunting wives.
Oh, stop it. Yeah, they're sharing joy, licking each other's bits out.
Yeah, well, that is not bad.
They're getting women to think about stuff.
Yeah. Do you think about it?
Do I think about it?
Yeah.
I've talked to Anth about like the fantasy of like introducing a third person, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But I've said I just can't bring myself to do that.
No.
Any of it.
No, not in real, like not
in real life.
Not in real life.
Oh,
but like, could you be with a woman?
I have to love her. I couldn't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question.
No, because you wouldn't. Yeah,
I don't know.
You haven't had a party where two people are together and then you get in the spa and be with a 17-year-old yet. Like,
no,
you haven't done all the other bits.
I haven't done that. No, I haven't. But we would like to share some good news with you. What's our good news, KB?
What is our good news?
Well, we spoke about at the start about this community that we've built, and we're really excited to have received all your DMs and the beautiful stories, the
funny
intriguing, funny stories that you share. And we want to give back to you.
We do.
So this is how we're going to do it. We have a new little community group that we've started called, do you want to share it?
The Naked Circle.
The Naked Circle.
The names did go around about what to be called, and I went, the Naked Circle. And then everyone said, what does B think? And I go, B will be down with the Naked Circle. That's how it rolls,
I'm like,
isn't
yep,
it?
thumbs up.
Yeah, she was down.
What I do, I love-hearted that one. I
Yeah.
said Naked Circle. So it's a community Facebook page.
Yep.
If you would love to, a group.
Yep.
And we will be posting funny things in there, things we might be talking about, things that we come across that, just to actually not hide it. We want to share it, but share it with the people that want to hear and see it.
Yes. And you can post anonymously, so you can ask us questions like, hey, I'd like to know more about this, that, and the other. And we can either share it in the group, or we can share it
on a pod, or have a discussion about it.
We can do like a Zoom call monthly thing where we chat to the people, chat to whatever.
So we don't know where this is going to take us, but all we know is
we never know where anything's going.
We are down for creating a community of awesome people that want to talk about sex, be open about it, and just, uplift each other and bring the joy.
Bring the joy.
Bring the joy.
Yeah.
We are bringing the joy.
Joy multiplied.
How can you be a part of the group? We're going to have a link. The link will be in our bio on all our platforms. So you will be able to find it and you can join the group, and then we'll see you in there.
Yes. So exciting. And also, see you next week.
Bye. Thanks for listening to Sex and the One, an original podcast created by
KV and B.
Produced by
B and KV.
Content by
KV and B.
Enthusiasm for Sex
B and mostly KV.